and welcome to the Homemade Podcast Sports. This is your host, Jay Pops. And welcome back to the Homemade Podcast Sports with your host, Jay Pops. Guys, my apologies for not having a live on yesterday, but I had just got back from off of my little mini vacation with my family to San Antonio, to Fiesta, Texas. So please forgive me on that. I wanted to let all of my thoughts collect itself before I just pour something out there to you guys, and it sounds like I'm just rumbling all off the map, okay? So please forgive me on that. But on this latest edition, guys, this is the Homemade Podcast Extra, okay? Please be looking for me to go to iTunes as soon as possible. Once I learn how to do that stuff, I will move over to iTunes so you guys can have this playing in your ears, in your car, on Spotify, whatever you guys are tuned into, okay? Trust me, there's going to be an audio coming out. I'm going to remind you on that once again. It will be an audio coming out, guys. Please believe me on that, okay? My apologies, man. Like I say, I'm doing all of this by myself, and I'm feeding to you guys. All right, so I thank you guys for standing behind me on everything, and I thank you guys for watching these videos. I really do. So, guys, real quick, man, this isn't going to be a long episode at all, of course, because I have a short amount of time to cram all this into what I'm about to say. Let's talk about this SEC predicted order of finish that these guys just released. It's on 247, if you guys just want to go and look at it. So I'm going to run down everything, and I'm going to give you guys my thoughts and analysis on stuff. And, just please let me know how you guys feel, what you guys think, and stuff like that, all right? So this the SEC predicted order of finish. This is starting in the East Division. Number 1 is Georgia. Number 2 is Florida. Number 3 is Kentucky. 4 is Missouri. 5 is Tennessee. 6 is South Carolina. 7 is Vanderbilt. I'm not going to stay long on the SEC East because I already told you guys how I feel about that. Georgia would dominate the SEC East, in my honest opinion, and that's just that, and I'm going to leave it at that. Georgia has the talent. They now have the quarterback. They have a lot of running backs, things like that. So now it's all about, can they put it all together to build a national championship run type of team? Can they win the SEC? Who knows? All right. So let's go to the Western Division. The West Division, as expected, and I will not take anything away from that. Number 1 is Alabama. Number 2 is Texas A&M. Number 3 is LSU. Number 4 is Ole Miss. 5 is Auburn. 6 is Arkansas. 7 is Mississippi State. So I told you guys this is going to be a 3-team race in the SEC West. Now, ever since Jimbo Fisher has been here, he has claimed the 2nd spot in the SEC West for 2 out of 3 years. I'm going to say that for the people in the back. Once again, I'm going to say that for a lot of A&M fans that may have not known it. Once again, ever since Jimbo Fisher has been here, he has claimed that 2nd spot in the SEC West. That is a start and a step in the right direction, and that is a true culture turnaround. This team is way more physical than what it used to be. All right, that is a slogan that he used, and he meant that. It ain't gonna be like how it used to be. Just so happened, he's paying back the dividends. Now we want to see, can we make that national title run? I'm gonna tell you, just like everybody else has been telling you lately now. Why can't we? Why can't we? We don't want to wait until 3 years. That team does not want to wait until 3 years. They want it now. Why not do it? The window is there. Climb in it. Take over it. Close the window when it's all said and done. That's it. Wrap it up, national title. But number 1, they have Alabama until somebody else says otherwise. Like I say, that was already a given. In my honest opinion and in my mind, Alabama has lost too many pieces. I understand what Nick Saban has been doing. That's true there. But I tell you guys all the time, Bill O'Brien, he's not going to be the downfall by any means. But I do not believe that they will be the number 1 team. It's a lot of people that didn't believe me when I was saying it last year when Texas A&M had all SEC schedule. I heard some of the Texas A&M fans even say that, well, looking at this schedule here, the best bet is us going 6-2, I think. What was it, 10 games? The best bet for us is going 8-2. Me, I went on the up and in. Nobody believed me, but you guys believed me after it was all said and done. I said that we were going to go either undefeated or lose one game. 2 was not an option. We would have been a 10-win team if Ole Miss would have came and played us. Not saying we would have overlooked Ole Miss and would have just, beat them. Probably would have been a damn good game, but at the end of the day, I believe that A&M would have beaten them. Okay? That's just my honest opinion about that. Hell, I believe they got beat by Arkansas. We beat Arkansas. What's that to you? All right. But I honestly believe that A&M, man, it's going to be, goddamn, it's going to be a good game this year. Alabama and A&M. It's going to be the most watched Alabama and A&M game ever since Johnny Manziel's last year. This is going to be the one that decides the SEC West, man. It's really, really crazy to me that nobody talks about LSU and A&M anymore. Now, have I seen it on the predictions where a couple of folks has A&M losing to LSU because we're in Baton Rouge and we hadn't won there? Yes, I've seen it. I'm going to tell you just like I told you last year. We will go either undefeated or we will lose one game, and that's it. That is it. Undefeated or one game, that is it. That is my honest prediction. And that's that. We haven't beat Auburn at our home field. Okay, I understand that part, but, I mean, who believed in Auburn? I'd had an Auburn fan come on and say they weren't scared. Hey, big fella, I know you from commenting on a couple of other podcasts. All I'm saying is that until Auburn gets this stuff together, then you come and talk to us. We waited our turn, and our turn is now. All right, we've been very, very patient. Our turn is now. The time is now, and we're not going to look back on it. All right? This game between Alabama and A&M will decide the SEC West going forward. Now, the problem is that you have to beat Alabama and LSU in the same year. That is the biggest hurdle. We've showed that we can beat LSU now. LSU isn't a scare factor anymore because we showed that we can beat them. We haven't showed that we can beat them in Baton Rouge, though. So that's going to be the only thing that solidifies everything. Can we beat Alabama and LSU in the same year? That's going to be the question. Can we beat all 3 teams in the same year? That's going to be the question. That is a hard task. Although Auburn will be going through whatever they're going through, can we beat all 3 teams in the same year? That hasn't been done before yet. Now it's time to do it. I believe that this team has it, regardless to what people think about the quarterback and the offensive line situation. I'm going to repeat that again. I believe this team has it. They have the capabilities of going out there, putting on the show, getting the job done. That Alabama and A&M game will be so monstrous. Man, it's ridiculous because that's going to be the first time ever since that Ole Miss game and where Ole Miss came in and beat us that year, that game is going to be sold out, period. Regardless to what the ticket prices are, that game is going to be sold out. There's going to be people from Alabama coming out there. It's going to be people from all over coming out there. Mark my words. All right. But anywho, the SEC champion, they have Alabama at 27, Georgia at 5 votes. They're saying that Alabama is going to win another SEC championship and probably win another national title. That's how they feel about it. That's how everybody feels about Alabama because they've just been doing it. They feel like they shouldn't be knocked off and they can't get knocked off. SEC Player of the Year, quarterback Matt Corral, quarterback JT Daniels, Bryce Young. Edge player, Will Anderson. Running back Tanks Biggs, quarterback Miles Brennan, running back Isaiah Spiller, or cornerback Derek Stingley. The one that received the most votes, Matt Corral, Player of the Year. SEC Coach of the Year, Kirby Smart, Georgia, Nick Saban, with 7 votes. Mark Stoops with 4. Jimbo Fisher with 3. Lane Kiffin with 3 votes. Eli Drinkwitz with 2. Mike Leach with 2. Dan Mullen with 1. They have Kirby Smart winning the Coach of the Year for this year. This is all predictions, people. SEC Game of the Year. Everybody should have known this already. Alabama and A&M. That's going to be the game of the year, period, man, for the SEC going forward. LSU and Alabama came in at 2nd. Ole Miss and Alabama at 4th. Georgia and Florida at 4. Alabama and Florida with 1 vote. Alabama versus Georgia, which is predicted SEC championship. Texas A&M at LSU, 1 vote. Texas A&M at Ole Miss, 1 vote. Bold prediction: Miles Brennan for Heisman. Another bold prediction: Alabama offense keeps rolling. Another bold one: Georgia gaining steam in national title chase. A battle of the undefeateds. They got Georgia and Clemson, of course, stuff like that. Another quarterback will rise. There are a lot of young quarterbacks and stuff like that. Like I said, I just wanted to give you guys a rundown on that. If you guys don't mind, please hit that subscribe button. Also, man, if you guys want candles, please DM me. My wife sells a collection of those things, all right? And I cannot say that enough. This is just a little short, quick snippet. Once again, it's a Homemade Podcast Extra. I love all of you guys. Hey, Giga Magus, baby, we're here. Now we're being talked about more than ever. We should have a couple of recruits maybe coming in either next month or going throughout the season. A couple of high-powered recruits, man. So please be on the lookout for that, all right? Once again, it's the Homemade Podcast Sports with Coach J Pops, #Giga Magus.
And thank you guys for tuning in to the #Homemade Podcast Sports. Please, guys, subscribe to the YouTube page and also follow me on Twitter @JPops, on Instagram @JPops, and also on Facebook at #Homemade Podcast Sports. Thank you guys once again. #Giga Magus.